No way. How did you do that?
I turned it off.
No
Hello,
way.
man. Welcome back for another episode. Just going to cut you off and go right.
Hello, all you beautiful people. Welcome back to the Late Invoices show. I'm Matt Pearson, and I'm joined with my co-host Cameron.
Hello, hello. Good to be
Hello.
back. How's your week been, man?
How's my week been? God, I was saying to you earlier, it feels like a Monday, but it's Friday. I should be more energized, but yesterday was a long shoot. It was a good shoot. It was a long shoot. I had a 4 a.m. get up. I think I left the house at like 4:30 a.m. and it was a
Hmm.
nice 3.5, 4 hour drive up north to a golf club called Carden Park Golf Club, which is a very nice
Okay.
golf course. I was doing some bits up there with the agency Creative Players. We were doing a little shoot for Tag Heuer, which was cool. And then the day before that, I was down at Northampton Saints training ground, doing a little shoot with one of the rugby players there. So just trying to get about, keep busy. You know how life is. And I'm tired
Yeah.
now. I'm tired. I
Uh,
managed to get all the edits turned around from yesterday this morning. So they've been sent off. So that job's done and dusted, which is good. And yeah, man, just gonna have a chilled weekend before I head to New York next week.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, you excited?
I am, yes.
Have you been before? Yeah, I think you have, haven't you?
Yeah, three or
Yeah.
four times before, but
Okay.
this is going to be a very different trip because
Okay.
I'm going with my dad, and
Oh.
it's.
All
Have I not
right.
told you this?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so dad basically turned around to me and he was like, "Look, I'm not getting any younger. I want to see the world while I still can, while I've still got my health.
Hmm.
So, would you be up for kind of like taking me to New York, showing me around because I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going?" So I was like, fuck it, let's go. So me and dad are going for 5 days to New York, just the two of us, which would be
Uh,
different. Like me and my dad have never spent like that kind of time together before, just the two of us.
hmm.
So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. I'm going to take my little Ricoh. Here it is, GR3.
Of course, of
I'm
course.
going to take that. That's the only camera I'm going to take. It's going to be
Hmm.
with me at all times, and I'm excited to put it to the test. So this will be fun. So yeah, man, just chilling before that. How about you? How's everything going?
Yeah, man, things are good. Things are good. Not really too many updates from last time. Still doing 3D. I've spent a lot of time, honestly, man, doing uh YouTube video taking ages to edit it. Like I'm actually sick of staring at it now.
Have you finished recording it?
um, I
Have you?
finished recording it. The A roll's done. I need to do the B
Yeah.
roll.
Okay.
I have some editing lined up with Mateo as well.
Oh no. Yeah.
So I might be doing some of that. I actually don't know too many details, so
Okay. Okay.
waiting for it. But that
Yeah.
that'll be quite nice because
Yeah.
I am
Something to sink your teeth
trying
into.
to well also like I think years ago and maybe other people who are in video would relate to this. When I first started video, some people you meet through filming and other people you meet through video editing. And I was in this phase of my career where I wanted to be a DOP, but like I kept getting video editing work all the time and I was like, fuck. And anyway, so I moved past that and now I'm kind of back in that phase where I'm like, I actually like video. Like, I want to stay at my desk and
Yeah.
cozy in my room and edit. So,
A bit
again, it's
home.
coming back kind of like with a bit of a different perspective. So,
Nice
yeah,
man.
that's cool. That's cool. And I did boxing this morning
Okay.
and
Oh, how
then,
was that? Good
yeah.
sesh.
Oh, it was a good sesh. I'm knackered though. It's very
Yeah.
cardio intensive. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
we did
good
like,
for you, man.
running up and down and then burpees and
Yeah.
on the pads and stuff. But,
I haven't trained
yeah,
all
man.
week. I'm slacking. I didn't train Monday. I didn't train Wednesday, so I'm gonna go to the
Mm,
gym this afternoon before I pick Yaz up from work, or from the train station. But my
mm.
first session of the week is probably gonna hit me hard.
Yeah, I was surprised when you mentioned it earlier and you was like, I'm going to go to the gym soon. I thought, do you go to
Yeah,
the gym? Like,
usually, yeah. What do you mean? Do I go
no,
to the
no,
gym?
no, but is it part of like your schedule? I mean, to
Yeah, and it's
your
usually
routine to
in
be
the
doing that?
morning. It's usually in the morning. Like
I
I'll get
don't think
up.
you've ever mentioned that to me.
Well, that's because you're asleep when I go to the gym. That's why, Cameron.
Yeah, should we
Because
say
I'm
like,
going at 6 a.m. and you don't wake up until about 10 a.m. So,
yeah,
um,
Matt goes to bed at like 9:30 every night, and I'm like messaging him at like, what is it, like 11? Because I don't go
you
to bed.
can't get hold of me after 9. Anyone listening to this, like if you're texting me after 9 p.m. and I'm replying, you're lucky.
Yeah.
Because
What's crazy though is, sorry, go on. I just cut you off.
no, go on.
I was gonna say what's crazy though is when you do get up early, 9 o'clock feels late. I used to get
That's
up at
what I'm
5 a.m.
saying.
and I remember 10 o'clock being like, God, I can't believe I used to stay up till 2. It must have been like,
Well, it's like if I want to
uh,
get up at 6 and get 8 hours sleep, I need to be going to bed at 9 phone off or just like not on it, and then I'll read,
Yeah.
and then I'll go to sleep at like I'll be asleep by 10.
Hmm.
So if I'm asleep by 10, I can easily get up at 6 and function. I've had 8 hours sleep and I feel good.
Hmm.
So yeah, like I have to go to bed early to
You're
be
pretty
efficient in the
consistent with that
morning.
as well. I feel like you've been doing that all year, literally.
Yeah, well, I can't remember where I went, but was it when we went on holiday? We went somewhere and like the time zone shifted, and we got back and I was waking up early, and I was just like, I'm just gonna keep this. Do you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
keep it. Um, and then good way of setting your circadian rhythm. Obviously, now when you wake up at 6, it's still dark until 7. So in
Is
order to,
it?
yeah, oh yeah, you don't know, do you? Yeah, the sun doesn't come up till like gone 7 now. So,
Oh.
um, yeah, to set my body to make it think that the sun has come up. That's when I've got my like big
Yeah,
Lumi
you're light.
sun
Yeah.
lamp, and I'll blast that in my face for like 15 minutes after I've woken up. So my body and is releasing the cortisol at the correct time. 16, what was it,
Yeah.
14 hours later, or whatever, and so yeah, my sleep pattern is good. It's
Yeah. Yeah. You have to treat it like an athlete. There you
do
go.
you know, I had this thought earlier, and because I'm a sports person, I love sports, and obviously grew up training in sports, etc. So I find using analogies in sports easy to understand, and it's like I'm trying to be a creative that's kind of training and like an athlete, but
Hmm.
like I'm not training for a sport. I'm training for my goals in my creative pursuits. If you get what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and you know how like athletes will put in a certain amount of reps every day. They'll be disciplined and meticulous. Like I like to kind of shadow that approach.
Hmm.
Well, this is what I'm trying to do at the moment. With my a little insight for the viewers. Here is my task list for today. There's about 12 items on there. I'm about halfway through. But just being like meticulous with that kind of thing is really helping at the moment.
Yeah. I was going to ask, by the way, why do you put your to-do list on a notepad? Because obviously there's different ways of doing it. I think I'm more notepad, but I don't do that. And so when you do it, I'm like, oh, Matt just does it every day. Like you have the date at the top of the page and you just
Yeah,
turn the
so
page and
I'll
crack
either
on. Yeah.
write it the night before or when I get up at
Mm.
like 6 or whatever, I'll go downstairs and this is the first thing I'll do. It's the date, task list. So today I did several different tasks from like editing this, editing that, make this reel, go to the gym, pay this invoice, record a podcast, chase this person, make this reel, reply to this shoot inquiry, just stuff like that, message this
Mm.
person, blah, blah. And then I did 3 things I'm grateful for. And then I literally wrote, how would the world's best creative operate today? And then I wrote a list of how they would operate. Um, just to like
Okay.
kind of get my mindset like kind of before I
Mm.
kind of go into the day. And that sets me up fairly well. Writing it just feels more tangible and I feel more typing it and tapping away at a screen just doesn't feel
Yeah,
same for
I
me.
do get the feeling that it's very like it gets lost or it doesn't feel as important maybe because you have everything on the computer
And
kind
this
of
will
thing.
lay like on
Mm.
my desk in front of me all day. Wherever I
Mm.
go, this is with me. So I'm always looking at the task list. So, if ever you get distracted by your phone and I'm like, oh no, I found myself on Instagram. It's like,
Mm.
right, what do I do? And you feel a bit like flustered. I just look to the task list and straight away within seconds, I know what I'm getting on with and doing and going into.
Mm.
Whereas like if it's on an app in your phone or if it's on a tab somewhere, it's like it's not always in front of you to be able to see it.
Yeah, I was
You know
gonna
what I mean?
say it feels like if you had your book and then you just put it in the drawer. It's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
not gonna look at
Exactly
that
that.
again all day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
So
exactly that. That's why like
yeah.
some people use whiteboards and they like to have a whiteboard up in
Mm.
their office or like whatever it is. I still need to get a whiteboard for my office because there's some stuff I want up every day to be able to see while I'm at my desk. Not a
Yeah,
task list,
yeah,
but
yeah.
different things. Um, so yeah,
Okay,
man, it's
I might get a I might. But did you buy that book specifically as like a to do list thing? Because I think I might do that. I might get like a specific, so that you're okay,
I just got a
just like
journal from Amazon.
ruining it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like the kind of like the it feels like leathery kind
Hmm.
of nice journal with nice
The
pages, and I've
green
got
as well.
green pen that I stole from the Ned.
Oh, nice.
This didn't come with it. So yeah, man, it's good.
Yeah, I
But
like
anyway,
that. I like that.
folks. let's get into today's. That's
Mm.
always a little tongue tickler. To
Cool.
today's show. We are going to firstly do a bit of news. This is going to be more of a reactions video, I think. So we want to talk about Sora 2 that released. So
Yeah.
I'm not super clued up about it. I've obviously seen a couple of things on socials that Sora 2 was released. Apparently, the quality of it is incredible, and I saw loads of creatives being like, "We're cooked, we're cooked."
Yeah.
So Cameron is going to share some videos on the screen, and we're going to
Well,
watch and react live to some of the videos that Sora. For those that don't know, Sora is an AI processing software app, whatever you
yeah,
want to call it.
it's basically like Google's VO3, or like it's just another
But
generation
it's for
of
video, right?
improvement. Yeah,
Specifically
it's
for
like
video.
video improvement, or yeah. So it's just basically, as in the creative industry, we're all used to it by now. AI advances, and then we all reshit ourselves again,
We
and
all
then
re-shit ourselves. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a good way of putting that.
um,
So we're gonna look through that, react to that, probably have some conversation off the back of that, and then for the last part of the show, we're just going to talk about um, as work dries up, how do we keep our confidence? Like, how do we
mm,
still know that we're going to get hired when things dry up and you have a quiet 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it looks like? So we're going to briefly touch on that because I feel like it's a topic that I've been asked about a bit recently in my DMs. So it'd be cool to just touch on it, have a nice little
mm,
conversation, and then we'll wrap up the show there. So yeah,
yeah.
Cameron, kick us off. Show
Okay,
show me the good stuff. I'm
so
excited.
the first thing I want to say is that I do not know either. Like, I don't know too much about it. But
Mm.
we're just gonna jump on. Actually, I'll go on to Soratu's main website here first. Actually, just so that. Uh,
So for those watching us on Spotify, you can see Cameron's screen,
yeah. But we'll talk about
watching
it.
on
Well,
YouTube.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk about it out loud. But it basically says Sora 2 is here. Our latest video generation model is more physically accurate, realistic, and more controllable than prior systems. It also features synchronized dialogue and sound effects. Create with it in the new Sora app. So yeah, this is on OpenAI's website, and it's essentially. I'm not going to actually. There it is.
Wait, is
I'll put.
Sora part of OpenAI? I didn't
Yeah.
know
This
that.
this is what I mean. It's just ChatGPT's, like Sora's, like they're different
Okay.
engines and
Yeah, yeah.
models, but all of this stuff that is on screen right now is all AI. And as far as I can tell, like again, like
Wait, the interview isn't with him.
all of it, it all is,
No,
yeah.
it's not.
You
I
know, it is.
thought that was the real guy.
No, that's what I mean. I swear to God. So even this, like everything, but what it is, it's unlocked continuity, and that's obviously like in video, like as someone who's in the video industry, that is the biggest gripe with AI things, is that you regenerate it, and even if it's the same person, they won't look the same or something like that. So it seems like they're getting closer to being able to create continuity and keeping, things the same. And this obviously means a big deal for products or brands and things like that. I don't know too much about it from like a research sense. Like I'm almost reacting to it the same as you guys are, but
Yeah.
it does look unbelievable. And I don't know, man. Like I was talking about this with Steph, my girlfriend, and what's weird is that I heard Gary Vee say, as an example, okay, a 15-year-old now can use AI to generate a website. He can go to like a brand or a client and he can say, yeah, I'll do your website for 500 quid. And the brand or the client will think, wow, I paid like 5K or 50K for my last website. Oh, go on then, 500, sure. And the reason why that 15-year-old kid can charge 500 is because it'll take him 10 minutes to make the AI website. So,
Yeah.
and it's kind of the same thing with video in our industry. But what it makes me think of is there going to be a difference between the work you do for business and then the craft you do just like for yourself and for the art of it? Because if I'm going to offer video service in the future, that might basically mean that I just like generate stuff, or like maybe there's a hybrid thing. But like maybe I don't want to do that. Like all of a sudden, that is similar to me coding, and it's like maybe I don't want
Yeah.
to be a coder.
Also,
Like,
my question to you then is also, how do you stand out from others? Because
hmm,
the only thing that's making you stand out is probably the way you prompt stuff, right? But like, because the prompting seems super accessible and easy, and you're just
hmm.
describing what you want, then it's a case of literally. Was that flip reel that I just saw?
No, so this is all AI, bro.
Click on it again. It says the prompt. So like, a man does a backflip on a paddleboard. That was the only prompt, and it's kind of created that, which is nuts. And then
Mm.
there's like, where's the technical skill? You know how in our job it's like, it's showing up, it's directing the talent to. So what's playing on the screen now is a
Oh, I
person
see.
standing between two horses
Mm.
while two horses are running. You'd
Oh,
see that in a
copy that.
movie. That would
Yeah.
have obviously an entire crew, a horse trainer, a director, an actor, loads
But
of
also the
communications
camera,
going
the
on.
well, the camera must be on like a vehicle or something as well.
Yeah.
So,
So think of all of these elements, and now
mm.
they obviously all go like, and if that means they all lose their job for one, but also what makes you stand out skill set wise if you're doing a prompt as simple as that? Like
Mm.
the person that made that you know director stand out is the way they communicated with the actor whilst they were doing that thing. Do you know what I mean? And that's what makes them so good. Will people? I hope that brands and people will only want to watch things that are truly real. You won't
Yeah.
know if it's real because AI is getting so good. And I feel like surely some kind of disclaimer is going to have to come in to say whether these videos are made with AI, like brands, marketing, all that kind of stuff, or they're not. But I feel like
Mm.
as this world takes hold, we're going to crave as human beings. Sorry, I'm just seeing a horse ride another horse, and it just looks really real, and I'm just like, what the fuck? We're like, surely humans are going to crave things that are truly real because everything you
Mm.
see now, you're just like, well, I don't believe it. So
Yeah, you bring up a good point. Gary Vee was also talking about how um, it is like the pendulum always swings back the other way. Like we go super digital, and then we've taken it all the way up to the point, and now the pendulum is going to start swinging back the other way, and we're going to start maybe. Jesus, that's great. AI video is
yeah,
crazy. Maybe it's going to start swinging the other way where we all value a little. And a good example is like COVID. Like when COVID happened, everyone started valuing going for walks and like
yeah,
nature and the outdoors. And it might be a similar thing where we're used to digital now, we're used to all these things existing, and now it's going to be, the real stuff and like the actual personal touch of like people and like this authentic kind of like personal brand and products and things like that. So yeah, like it
yeah.
obviously AI will have its place, but yeah,
It's just
yeah,
super interesting. Can you pull up some videos on Instagram that we've seen floating around? I saw
yeah.
Stephen Hawking racing in the Formula One race on hit, and it
I
was
saw
so
him going
realistic
down a
that I was
mega
just
ramp,
like, "What?"
yeah.
So let's just have a few
Yeah.
minutes going through some
Well,
silly ones.
just real quick whilst we're still on the OpenAI website, like for example, we're looking at one right now which is like Dragon Ball Z, and it's like obviously the animation and stuff like that takes time, and then
It's
here
incredible.
it's all just like done, and it's like crazy. So there's just a few things like something that stands out to me as well as the
I can
skateboarding one. Like
It's so
skateboarding,
realistic.
look, the board is kind of like I don't know. It
It's
just the
moving in
board
natural
flips
ways.
correctly. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's crazy. So yeah, I'll go on Instagram right now. I've just typed in Sora 2. Obviously, we'll scroll past the Hitler ones
We can't
because it's like
see
Hitler
we
driving
we
away from the
we
police.
can't see your screen,
Um,
brother.
I will bring it up. There you go. See
But
that?
yeah,
Yeah.
I completely understand why now creatives are like we're all cooked. Like,
It's just like I don't know, like Abraham Lincoln like getting pulled over by the police and
oh, that's
like is he
wild.
gonna drive away? Yeah, like he's whoa, oh my
And then he
god.
posts, what the
It's just ridiculous and yeah, it's
what's the car on the trampoline? Or
the
no,
car
do
on
the wrestling one, Albert Einstein. Do
even
Albert
this
Einstein.
looks real, yeah.
It
All
does look
right,
real.
Albert Einstein, where is
There
it?
he is in the middle.
Oh,
In the
this
middle.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's walking out into like WWE. It's just
What the fuck?
like it does look real, yeah.
It does look
So
so real.
social, and now there's Jesus walking into WWE. Like, so I haven't been on Instagram right for a while, and I was just telling Matt how I recently downloaded it again this week, and I get like I'm watching videos, and then I'm watching it, laughing at it, and then I'm going back and going, wait a minute, is this AI? Like
Yeah.
because you cannot tell. So at face value, and this is one of the issues with social media is you do take things at face value on social media. So now you're going to see like some crazy shit, and you're just going to be like,
Yeah, I've
it's
seen
like
this one
Stephen
as
Hawking
well.
on like a
Show me the
skateboard ramp.
car. Show me the dog in the car. What is the dog
Like,
driving? Yeah.
yeah, well, there's one of these where it's like people get pulled over by the police and then they speed off. Like the best one was where Albert Einstein gets pulled over by the police, and then he goes, "Do you know how fast I pulled you over going?" And he turns around, he's like, "Speed is relative," and then like he drives off, and it's just like iconic,
Oh
like
no, go
SpongeBob
down.
being pulled over.
There's a seal driving a car. Go down. Go down.
Oh god, this
What
looks
is,
real, bro. This
it
looks
looks
so
so
real.
real. The way the seal just looks at him. Man, that's nuts. The way that look at the way the seatbelt is round the seal.
Someone's-
No, but like it's the details like that that
Sorry, I'm getting like
Sora
immersed
before
into
got
the
it wrong.
video.
Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like it was the little details like that last time that got it wrong. But look at the way the seatbelt sits around the
mm,
seal, and how real that looks. Like that's probably what would actually. Do you know what I mean?
that's
It's
what it
the
would look like.
accuracies
Yeah.
that seem to have got so much better. Go on this. Go on this. MMA one where they're cleaning the sofa. Go up there. See, this is wild.
It
So for those
looks
listening,
legit.
it's two MMA professional fighters, and instead of fighting each other, they are cleaning a sofa with a Hoover and a duster in their full MMA UFC kit, and it
Yeah.
looks so real.
Like the flex on the cushions as they put their arms on it and stuff like that is wild. So, um, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't want to go through too many videos because I feel like I'm going to keep saying that it's amazing. Um,
Yeah. Okay.
but
It's
yeah,
just
like we're
interesting. I'm just so curious as to, oh my god, does an eagle snatch some kid? Sorry, I love eagles. Click on that one. Go up, in the middle.
even
What the?
the eagle just picks the child up and flew away.
Yeah. Okay, let's stop now
Okay, yeah, I'll stop
because we're
sharing
just
that.
gonna
But
keep seeing things we want to watch.
I know. But again,
So
like I think
what does this mean? What does this mean for
I
videographers?
honestly, well, to be, I think that it's going to be primarily worthwhile in like the big like Hollywood ways and the big like company ways. Like, you'll never be able to replace things entirely, but there are some industries that will be able to use it more than others. Like we've definitely spoken about how the fashion industry could be a good one. That or like what
Ecom
ecom,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, um, but yeah, like it's.
It's
I don't
kind
know,
of mind
man. I
blowing.
don't know. Yeah, in a way, like I mean, similar probably to the people listening as well, similar to you guys. Like it's almost like hard to say what it's going to be like because it almost gets made up as it goes along.
Do you
So
think that like influencers and stuff? I mean, this probably could already happen, but say I want to create a reel where I'm talking about photography, but instead of me actually recording me talking about photography, like I create this video of me kind of like on this massive photo shoot set, and it pans to me like with a super zoom, and I start talking to camera whilst walking through this set, and all these like actors and everyone's walking past me, and it's like just this mad video, and it's like people can use it to create like wild reels and wild social content
yeah,
for their platforms, but you can use your face to do it. And
yeah.
when
Well,
you think
that's
about that,
kind of
it's
already
like
happening.
I know it is, but like
Yeah.
so the game for influencers and all that kind of stuff is going to be nuts as well, and it's just affecting everything.
Well, I think that's why, like that, you've got like what are those like AI streamers where like it's a guy, but like his avatar doesn't have to be himself, and so like he can be like in the bottom corner playing a video game, but he's
Mm.
like some animated character or something. So stuff
Yeah.
like that is happening, and um, but as I was just saying a minute ago, like I think it's going to be where you can create a role, for example, by scanning your face and whatever,
Yeah.
and then you can just generate a role and it's you, and that's actually one of the features of Sora 2
Oh,
and some of the
really?
features like that where people have been able to just put themselves in it and
That's
they show
wild.
videos and it's like this is AI and it's like if you didn't like I can tell it's AI now you've told me, but like
Yeah.
if you didn't say that I would have just been like this looks really like good. So I think at least from my side I would almost recommend just being open to staying on your toes. I think it's advancing so fast and it's also being made up as it goes along, and there's different use cases and things like that that are coming up all the time. That it's a bit like just stay on your toes, honestly. And I think the same way the technology is adapting as time goes on, I think that will be the same way we all do it. And
Mm.
there will be situations where like I don't know I think it will always have to have someone involved. Like, there's no way like it can just do it on its own. I think it can for social, like, but I mean, we all know what brands are like. We all know what clients are like. Yes, there are ones that like, so maybe some of like the, say, startups and things like that where they have less budget and
Yeah,
the
well,
use
they'll
case is
use
more.
it.
But
Yeah.
for a fact that if you're working with a brand, mate, they do not care the slightest deviation from the brand color or anything like that. They're like, no, like, oh, this isn't the correct pink. It needs to be like matching our brand guidelines. Like, they don't allow stuff to go out without it being at least branded properly, and
Yeah.
the level of control and stuff like that is really, really important.
Mm.
Because obviously these brands as well, they spend millions creating their logo, their brand,
Yeah, yeah,
especially if
yeah.
they have to print it on clothing or products or anything like that. So it's really, really important. And I think that's where it's going to be like, but then would you just hire someone in house to be your AI person? And
I
then they'll
think
make
so.
sure all
I
that stuff's
think
dialed in.
surely those
Yeah.
roles are gonna start popping up
Mm.
soon if they haven't already. Like being in house with someone, but being an AI specialist where you can create everything.
Well, I was talking to Steph about that, and she said, "Well, yeah, like once you have someone in house, they just generate." Because I was
Endless.
thinking, well, you won't even need a video to like you.
No,
I don't
well,
know,
I mean,
legit. Like if the
mate,
person knows how to use AI properly, then
it's going to
um,
be an interesting few years to say
hmm,
the least.
yeah,
An interesting few years to say the least. I can't predict it. I
hmm,
honestly can't. I don't know. I don't know what's. But all I can say
yeah,
is, like, if you're sat obviously as a creative listening to this and it's your job, um, it it's every job. It's pretty like 80% of jobs will be affected by AI. Like it's like Yaz being a lawyer or whatever. It's like even in that, like the law. It's funny, Matthew McConaughey and Chris Williamson's podcast, that the first job
hmm.
they said that AI is coming for is lawyers. It was like, and it's like whatever you do, like it could, you know, could potentially. I don't know what. I don't want to say that it will wipe
Well,
your job out, or it might not. I don't know, but what I'm saying is it will affect everybody's job.
yeah, I think you feel a bit more vulnerable in the creative industry because in the creative industry we've always felt vulnerable. So
Yeah,
like,
and we
there's
don't have an
always like the
employer.
yeah, exactly, yeah,
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 yeah.
and so. But I would say though that it's I don't want to like jump the gun, but it is kind of what you're gonna like if you imagine changing jobs and going out and doing something else other than like plumber or mechanical engineer or something. There isn't really much like personal trainer or something like that. But even then,
And,
AI can give you a
like,
plan. Like
yeah, laborers.
there's
It'll be
yeah,
like you could have, there's these mirrors now that have trainers on them and stuff. Like in your home gym, you can have AI built into your mirror that shows you the
mm,
exercises and talks to you whilst you're training and gives you
yeah.
live
I've seen
feedback.
that. Yeah,
Like
that's crazy.
it's like you
It
don't need a PT anymore. It's
yeah.
nuts. Like
It does make me think of, like in, say, movies where, well, actually, it's probably in real life as well, where obviously the world and like religions and like all that is divided. And then
mm,
suddenly there's a meteor coming for the planet. And then the human race is like, we need to like set aside all of our like differences on our level and look at the existential threat that is actually coming for us. And it feels the same with this, with AI, where we're all kind of in the same boat in a way. It's like, yes, it's the creative industry, but it's also like, as you said, every job. It's
yeah,
we're all kind of like if I was an accountant and if I was a lawyer and if I was unless I was like a specialist brain surgeon or something,
yeah,
where
true.
obviously it's much more meticulous, then I feel like there would be the AI thing just in anything else that you do. So I do
Right.
think staying on your toes and just rolling with it. Honestly,
Yeah.
we've said it before. We've said it a lot before in previous episodes. So
Let's
um
let's move it on. Let's move it
yeah,
on.
it's not
Um,
doom and gloom though. It's not doom and gloom. We need to say that
no, it's not.
it's not
And
doom and gloom.
also, it was just fun to watch those videos and just see kind of where
Yeah,
it's at the moment. It's nuts. So let
yeah.
us know your thoughts in the comments, folks. Reach out to us on Instagram. Let us know where your head's at.
Mm.
And we could probably try and look for a guest that is AI specialist or something like that and chat to them about it. It'd be interesting.
That is a fair point, to be
Leave
honest.
that with me. I
Mm.
am the commander in chief when it comes to finding guests. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. So let's talk about when work dries up. Okay, we've all had that feeling, that sinking feeling. It happens to us all. Even season pros, no jobs, inbox gets quiet.
Yeah.
Cameron, do you remember your first proper dry spell and how you
No,
reacted?
I don't remember my first proper one. I remember
I don't
multiple
mean
many
in your love
ones.
life. I mean as a freelancer.
Thanks for the clarification. I nearly went in a completely different direction. Um, I don't remember any specifics, but I do remember just like if you didn't have work for 2 weeks, I did used to panic about it. I did wonder, like, was this it? Was this the end?
I think
Uh,
that's the limit for me. If I
mm,
haven't had a shoot in 2 weeks, then I
mm.
start to get a bit itchy,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever
that's a
that
good.
means.
Well,
Like
especially if
sometimes
you're in
you,
London.
yeah, because sometimes you'll
The,
have a week where there isn't any shoots. Don't get me
mm.
wrong, I've got plenty of other stuff to be doing work wise.
uh,
So I'm not lost for things to do. I am very busy. I'm still up and I'm still doing a task list and I've got lots to do. But if it was probably that for 2 weeks in a row and I didn't have any shoots booked in for the third week, then I start getting a bit.
mm.
I get a bit anxious, stressed, bit nervy, because then I know it starts disrupting cash flow. You know.
I think that's the
Um,
issue. You can withstand it probably if you pay your rent
yeah,
and it's whatever, and then when it's nearly time to pay your next rent, you're like,
because then you got to go
"Come
into
on,
your
bro."
emergency fund or your emergency buffer, and it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so yeah, 2 weeks is my. Can you remember how that felt?
Yeah, but I do feel like it felt like a little bit less control. That's probably the main thing. And I'm obviously quite I like having my shit together when it
Mm,
comes to stuff like this, and I do feel like you are left a little bit up to the wind of like because a lot of times why there's dry spells it's industry related. Like like if you're in January or February, it's almost guaranteed that you're gonna have like slower work than usual, or uh
August is slow as well nowadays.
yeah. Well,
Like
I don't know if anyone knows this, but August is the month where everybody goes on
goes,
holiday.
yeah,
Yeah,
they all
because
fuck off.
obviously the kids are off school.
Yeah,
Like so regular. So if you think about it, the producers that reach out to you, most of the time they're employed at agencies, and it's like the big shoots or whatever. They're probably going to be on holiday during August because
mm,
they have a job and they want to
yeah.
change or whatever, or they have family, and it's important to go away during that time whilst whilst they're off. Um, but yeah, man, I think the main thing is it's like that saying that it's not a bug, it's a feature, and it's not an if you're going to have slow work, it's a when, and so you almost need to.
I like
It
that.
is. Thank you.
I like that.
Um, but it's also like you start to tie your value as well to
Well,
the
I was
amount of
about,
work you
yeah,
have, and
because it's learning not
like,
to measure your self worth based off kind of how booked you are,
mm,
because like you say, it's guaranteed that you will have peaks and troughs, maybe
mm,
a few weeks that are quieter. But I promise you, when I say it can all change in the flick of a switch, like a perfect example would be, was it last week? And I was like, oh, like October's looking quite quiet. And then on the Friday, literally while I was out at the pub seeing my mates, I had two or three messages come in about shoots, all within that 3 hour window for October. And it's like, and after that happened, I was like, oh, like it's just
this
like a
is the
bit of, it's
thing.
just,
You wonder what all the worrying was about because you're like, I just
yeah, and it's
ruined
like
my two
that's
weeks.
how fast it can change, guys.
Mm,
Like you could be like, "Oh my god," and then I promise you it can change. You just have to have a bit of a faith, bit of faith, and not measure your self-worth based off how busy you are or aren't. Like you might be busy doing jobs that don't really serve you, so therefore like basing your self-worth off that doesn't really make sense either because it's not pushing you in the direction you want to go in. So I don't want to get into that, but it's like, you'll start to maybe doubt your skills, but you've just got to accept that like it will happen at some point, no matter kind of where you are in your career. Obviously, if things are going really well, then you tend to be busy all the time and you're in demand a lot. But even for those people, that's not the case. It's,
yeah,
you know, it's peaks and troughs for sure.
yeah, definitely. And you do just get better at handling those moments. I've got to say though, man, the worst thing, and I don't know whether it's real or not, but it's when you don't have any work and then you go online and everyone you know has got work or there's projects happening, and you're there like twiddling your thumbs, and you're like,
Well, they don't,
"Damn,
right?
bro."
They don't. They
Yeah, no,
don't. Because I do
exactly. Yeah,
this, right? I'm some no, because
you're a
I'm someone that
culprit.
posts.
Yeah.
I'm someone that posts on social media regularly, 2, 3, 4 reels a week, three
Mm.
or posts a week, stories most days. Okay, so when I'm posting a reel, I'm obviously posting a reel from a shoot we did 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago,
Mm.
6 months ago. I'm using a clip from that. Do you know what I mean? So you just seeing a clip of me shooting makes you think that, oh, Matt's shooting and he's busy, but that clip might be from a shoot that happened 2 weeks ago. You've got to remember this. So you can't. I mean, it's a whole other topic. I think we've covered it on the show before, but the comparison trap is so real. So if you're quiet, I would say there's a practical side of things you can do, and I'm about to list off some things. And the unpractical side is spending time absorbing yourself in watching other people be quote unquote busy.
Mm.
The practical side, are you ready? So,
Yeah.
refreshing your portfolio, your website, your socials is a great place to start. When you've had busy periods over the last 6 months, for example, you might not have touched your website. And there might be two, three, maybe only one project that you've worked on recently that you think, oh, that was really good and it's some of my best work. Well, that needs to go in your portfolio. It needs to go in your website, and now's the time to do it whilst you've got that quiet week. So get it done, get it updated,
Mm.
get your socials updated, post some stuff on socials. For sure, maybe it's get up to date with your accounts. Maybe it's doing your Excel spreadsheet for your
No,
transactions.
it's definitely got up to date with
Def-
your accounts. We all know
definitely.
that we always leave it till
Yeah,
the least priority.
I've got a meeting with my accountant on Monday.
Mm.
Now that I'm VAT registered, that brings it. It
It's
brings it.
good, but it's also like, damn, so much admin.
Yeah, so I've got to learn that side of it. So it's like,
Mm.
yeah, I'm trying to reconcile all my items at the moment on Zero, and I'm trying to like stay up to date with shit and
Mm.
all that kind of stuff. So it's doing tasks like that, for sure, whilst you're going through quiet periods. But also, we've spoken about personal projects, and we've spoken about reaching out and network and these little things you can do whilst it's quiet. But for God's sakes, give yourself a rest. Have some time
Oh,
off.
mate, yeah.
If
Yeah.
you've got like 2 weeks where it's really quiet, absorb it, soak it. Like have a few days where you're like, right, I'm either gonna, go away. I'm gonna go see some family. I'm gonna see a friend that's at uni and I haven't seen them in a while. I'm gonna go
Mm.
let my hair down and spend a few days up there, going on a few nights out, whatever it is for you. I don't care. But just put some time in your diary to be like, right, I'm not going to think about a camera, and I'm not going to look at my socials, and I'm not going to think about work, and I'm going to do something that I enjoy for 3, 4, 5 days, whatever it is. Take a week off. Now's the time to do it. I promise you, and you'll feel better for it creatively. If you want to do a personal project, after that time off, you're probably going to be able to come up with better ideas. You'll feel more refreshed. And I think it's definitely a good move.
Yeah, and also when after the 2 weeks and when work does come back in and you're busy as again, and you're going to be like, why did I not make the most of it?
Yeah.
So that's what I try and do when I have quiet periods now, is just not stress it and just enjoy it and try and play some video games, something like that. But I want to talk about some. So you mentioned the reconnecting and obviously your network and personal projects and new skills and taking breaks and stuff. But I wanted to also mention like the savings and the emergency fund and living below your means, because it also, when you do have dry spells, you've almost prepared for it. And
It
again, that thing
radically
of,
changes them. It
yeah,
radically changes your experience of a dry
mm,
patch. I kid
yeah,
you not, because I've been in both. You've always been good with emergency funds and stuff, but like having your emergency fund or emergency buffer, when you enter a dry patch, you are 50% less stressed about it. You are
just
as a
50.
very just 50, but that 50 makes a massive difference, trust me.
Yeah.
So you are so much less stressed about it because you're like, cool, well, I know I can survive the next 6 months of no work if I really had to.
Mm,
And it just means that then, because you're not anxious and stressed about the money side of stuff, you're frees up so much space in your brain to be like, right, you know what? I'm going to do some outreach and I'm going to work on this passion project. and I'm going to
Hmm.
take 4 days off, and I'm going to take my camera to here and do that. And it allows you that kind of mental clarity and headspace to go and do it. Because obviously, if a quiet period hits and you've got no savings, no emergency buffer, you're shitting it, and that's all you can think about, and it's chipping away at your mind. I've got to get work. I've
Hmm.
got to get work. I need work. I need work in order to survive. And it's just, a concoction for a bad time,
Hmm.
a
Yeah,
really
I
bad
think I
time.
think me and you have had conversations over the years for both of us where there is stuff that we want to do, but then maybe our like emergency fund or things like that isn't like at our baseline, and so it's always
Mm.
important to try and be like, no, almost nothing can happen until like the thing is topped back up, and then
Yeah,
anything
yeah, yeah.
after that's fine. And I
So
think
true.
that's something that I think everyone should really try and implement because okay. Oh, I didn't tell you by the way. I've got to pay for. I got a sinus infection last year, and apparently it just never went away. So I've had to pay recently to like go to like a private ear, nose, and person. It's
Yeah.
cost me like $1,000 altogether. And so
Have they
for the
fixed it?
well, if I'm on antibiotics right now, but if they don't fix it, then I might have to go for a CT scan and then surgery or
Jeez.
something.
Right.
But the reason why I'm mentioning it is because you have your emergency fund and you think about these bills and these things, but then you think dental appointments. You've just had some fillings and stuff like that, Matt. And then I'm having like this
Uh,
doctor appointment thing with my sinus infection, and so you just
bro.
think suddenly you're like,
Life throws shit
if
at you.
yeah, so you've got your emergency fund, but then there's things as well that you don't consider. Like, okay, I've got my emergency fund for bills and emergencies, but then if you have anything like a dentist cost or like a doctor's thing, you're like, if I knew like all my
Yeah.
excess money, like I would be happy for my excess money to just be in place just to cover these things that happen every now and
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's something to think about as well. So not to get too much
No,
information,
but it's
but
very,
yeah.
very, very, very important to have that kind
Mm.
of pot there. And if you don't, I promise you it's going to be a very unhappy time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think to wrap it up, I just want to lean back on that mindset shift thing, and kind of going that, reframing your state of mind that rest is part of the job, and
Mm.
quiet periods and quiet seasons are also part of the job. Work naturally comes in waves, and like having downtime does not mean failure. It's
Mm.
part of the job, folks. It's part of the job. Everyone faces it. It's part of the rhythm of life and the
Yeah.
rhythm of the freelance world.
Also, frequency of that as well. Like you might have like all of your busy time into one chunk, and then you might be quiet, busy, quiet, 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 busy. Like the amount of times that you're busy through the year is not,
Yeah,
you know. So
yeah.
don't stick on that.
No. Sweet. Well, let's wrap it up there. It's been a pleasure to chat to you, Cameron.
No, you too,
And
as always.
for those that have made it this far, we appreciate you a lot. Tell your friends about the show if you're a creative and
Mm.
you want to make a friend. That made no sense. If you have made it this far, please subscribe to our newsletter. It's on our Instagram bio. Every week we do 3 things we love. We highlight a creative of the week and we let you know what's releasing on this week's show. And we will see you in the next one.
Nice. Bye,
Peace
guys.
out. Bye bye.